Pharaohs to Benesut's tomb. Today I'll tell you a myth from a time past. In the sands of ancient Egypt there was a mighty and revered pharaoh named Benesut. Ruler of a prosperous kingdom, Benesut was known for his wisdom, bravery and unmatched power. He had a magnificent pyramid built to serve as his eternal resting place, a monument that would ensure his legacy endured through the ages. But the journey to the afterlife did not go as planned. Legend tells that Benesut's heart weighed heavy with a secret burden. Despite his great deeds and the grand treasures buried with him, the gods denied him passage to the afterlife. Trapped between worlds, his spirit haunts the corridors of this pyramid, restless and tormented. Many have ventured into Benesut's tomb seeking fortune and glory, only to encounter the king's wrath. The pyramid is said to be filled with ancient mystical guardians and echoes of Benesut's sorrowful lament. Those who dare enter must tread carefully, for the spirit of King Benesut still roams the halls, longing for release. This is a mere story, of course, as until today nobody has found proof of Benesut's presence. Today, however, you will stand at the threshold of this legendary tomb, so prepare yourselves to uncover the secrets of Benesut's legacy. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this tour through the legendary pharaoh's Benesut's tomb. I'll be your guide today, so sit tight and keep your hands inside your god at all times. The first thing we'll see today are Benesut's treasure rooms, filled to the brim with ancient artifacts. The Egyptians believed these items could be passed on and used in the afterlife and would serve as some sort of entry fee to be allowed in. Then on your right, witness the majestic Anubis statues, this tomb's protectors. Anubis was the god of the dead, represented as a man with a jackal head. Here you also find the resting place of several of Benesut's kin. As I'm speaking, we're now about to enter the biggest... Wait, we're meant to go right. What does its sign say? It says keep out! Ladies and gentlemen, please stay calm as you're not meant to see it. It's freaking... It's incredibly dangerous stuff. Hello? Is everyone okay? Thank God! That was a close one, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure what went wrong. It appears we went into the deepest depths of the pyramid where it said the spirit of Benesut still dwells, after being denied at the gates of the afterlife. I didn't believe it at first, but maybe the whispers are true after all. Nonetheless, my deepest apologies. This won't happen again, I can assure you. Please have a lovely rest of your day, and hopefully I'll see you again very, very soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Realm of Rides. This isn't building Realm of Rides, this is just like an extra special episode where I show you this ride. I mean, you've already seen it, but I thought it'd be fun to show you some of the ins and outs, some extra stuff, so here we go. First off, this sign, if you care to read, feel free to pause the video. But to be fair, the actual audio explains it pretty well, so, well. The queue, you've already seen it, it's nothing too special, but I wanted to make sure not to go too crazy because the ride has to be the interesting part, not the queue. So I kept it simple, but still it's nice and atmospheric, so that's exactly what we need. The station as well, I really like the station. It turned out pretty spacious actually, most of all because it's pretty high. That's what I like about it. We have some operators with a bunch of buttons, and I made sure to actually change the avatars for this. I don't want to have 25,000 bennies in here. And the exit I haven't shown you yet, but let's just go ahead and walk in here on foot. All these corridors essentially are just made using one piece of wall that I copied 20,000 times over. So actually that wasn't a ton of work. But all of this, I mean, there's a bunch of just props, some default stuff, also some custom built stuff like this thing, some tables with a bunch of junk on it. It's really actually pretty simple stuff, but it's really the lighting and the configuration of everything that makes it look really nice and, once again, atmospheric. The purple light also goes really well with the warm yellow, orange. I like it. So then moving on, another one of these simple corridors and another one of these simple rooms. This appears to be a kind of graveyard room. Graveyard room? I'm moving on. This is the first kind of impressive room, I guess you could say. These statues, I think, turned out very, very nicely. I also copied those over to the entrance, as you saw. Those are stone, however. I love how these turned out. They're, again, simple, because as you can see, there's pretty just basic primitives in use. But you see them pretty fast, so I think this works just perfectly. On all the walls, there are these signs, these hieroglyphics. It adds that extra bit of detail, which otherwise it would have just been a bit too clean. And in order for all this to look nice and old, this was absolutely necessary. And again, some more really basic rooms, especially like this. It doesn't look that great. It's really the lighting that does it. Same goes for this room. It's pretty much just dark until you do this, and you're like, oh, there's just black screens. That looks really weird, but I mean, it works, right? Same goes for this. It is just all so basic, actually. Anyway, let's move on. This actually took quite a while, as you might imagine, although it's also just a bunch of copied over pieces, so really nothing too fancy. I keep saying it, but I mean, it's true. It's just simple elements combined into this ride. Once again, a bunch of stuff on the wall. Let's move on. This switch I actually added later for kind of the story. You go the wrong way and then end up in the wrong place, and then you almost die. Pretty fun stuff. But so I simply made a hole, which I added some black screens to, so it looks like there's something there if you see it quick, but actually it's just, it's nothing. But that's supposedly where you were meant to go. Instead, you go here. I made sure to add a bit of a curve into this track as if it looks like you're kind of shaking, you know what I mean? And then over here, once the train arrives, a light shines onto this sign. I used some kind of hieroglyphics translator. I'm pretty sure it doesn't work like that, but still. I typed in keep out, and this is what it said. So I just... it's so random. No way that actually makes sense, but it's better than nothing, I guess. And then this is probably actually the most simplistic room yet. Pretty much only this has some complex supports, but everything else is just some black backdrops with very simple round pillars. To be completely fair, I didn't really know what to do for this, so I went with just a pretty generic large room, as if this is the road to the actual tomb of Benesut. That name, by the way, comes from both my name, Benjamin, Benny, and Nesut. And Nesut apparently means king, so pretty cool. But yes, also this looks absolutely hideous until you turn the lights off, then it's actually fine. So then we've got this corridor. Once again, really simple stuff. But this Anubis part I thought was pretty cool. Once again, simple design, but it works. With the lights off, it's completely dark, you can't see anything, but then this track piece has a trigger which activates the sequencer, which activates all of these lights. That of course looks like this. Then the exact same thing happens over here with the giant skeleton, the supposed Benesut skeleton mummy, whatever, his spirit, if you will. And as you can tell, it looks kind of stupid, really. It looks kind of dumb, but then when you see it fast with a bunch of flashing lights, it looks pretty decent. Let's actually go ahead and wait for that to happen right here. See? That looks nice. I like the green as well. I tried going with something that's not too obvious, hence the green. And then the rest, I mean, it's kind of weird that this ride ends with a chain lift back up, but that I guess is the only downside of making a ride that consistently goes down into a pyramid. You need some way to get back up. I would have loved to have used a drop track, like an elevator, but unfortunately this ride didn't allow for that, so here we are. So yes, that is the ride and how it works. Then the exit over here is really simple, but I did add something nice. Here, there are some of these picture thingies that you can then buy in the app, as it says here. Use your Realm of Rides app to purchase your taken photo, etc, etc. So the green light is of course from the skeleton, so that's why it's green. But yes, then you go out here on this side, and that's the ride. By the way, I also made the title nice and 3D using just basic bricks. Pretty nice, but yes, I'm guessing the most important thing to take away from this is you don't need to be this incredible, super detailed builder in order to make something cool. Because at the end of the day, I've said this 1,000 times by now, it's really simple stuff combined. And the lighting and the music and that sort of stuff is what really makes it come alive. So I hope you can use this as some kind of inspiration for either this game or Planet Coaster or whatever. But then, yes, that is pretty much it for today. I do want to thank you guys real quick, because probably by the time this video drops for the general public, I will have far surpassed this. But right now I have over 500 members, which is wild. I did not see that happening, but here we are. I want to thank you guys so much for supporting this channel, for watching, even if you're just a regular subscriber. Honestly, you guys are the best, so just wanted to say that. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell not to miss a single future video, then I hope I'll see you in the next episode of Building Realm of Rights.